Hey guys, it is Saturday here in West Virginia, and as I mentioned yesterday, we're doing a swinger Saturday for the dart swinger, not the other kind of swinger. So, anyways, I want to bring you the new M2 machines, dart swinger, the 68 that they did. Beautiful car in detail and such, but it's a little bit too big for you guys that are going to be very specific about 164 stuff, like myself. I'm very specific about it, especially for my diorama. I'm trying right now with my diorama to integrate some Johnny Lightning cars into it that are a little bit small for 164. So I don't want to start adding more stuff that's too big. This is going to be too hard to make it blend and flow together. So, anyways, this car, after I open it, I'm probably going to leave it on the put it back in the package. So I'm going to try to open this delicately. I have not opened this yet, but as you can see, this is a beautiful car. Like, the details and things like that are pretty accurate. The front fender in front of the front tire may be a tad bit too long, in my opinion, but we'll match it up against some of the other 68, 69 darts that I have. So as you can see, nice grille, nice tail lights. So the details are beautiful in this car. It's just a shame that it's a little bit too big. Love the card, how they did the advertisement and such in the background. And this is going to be one that will look great next to my Roadrunner in my collection. I have a M2 Roadrunner that has the original Roadrunner ad, and it looks fantastic. So I want to open this and show it to you guys, but I'm going to try to do it without really mangling the card up too much. So, yeah, I can still make it work. Whoop. There he goes, flying. So, anyways, there is your dart off the card. Excuse me. And knocking over the camera and everything here, guys. Sorry about that. So, we'll take a look at this card here. It just tells you more about the car, the original advertisement, its options and things like that. On the back side, you have a picture of the Scat Pack B once again. Your licensing from Dodge and M2. Choking hazards and all that fun stuff. So, the car, though, is what we are looking at. This is the Auto Driver series. So, it's the cheaper model. It's going to have a basic plastic base, non-opening hood. Later on, this may come out in the Detroit Muscle or Autothenic series, and you may get it with an opening hood and maybe even opening doors. There's another variant of the car out already. It's in the Auto Hauler series. It's with the original like car transporter with one dart in it. And that may actually fit in a diorama. Excuse me. Sorry about that, guys. If you have a diorama and the truck is true to scale, and you have nothing but these darts on the back of that truck, you probably could integrate that into a diorama without any problem, because it's going to be next to the same car and such. But if you have a line of darts in your, like, I don't know, dealership parking lot, and then you're trying to put B bodies next to it, it's not going to flow so well. So let's look at this car in detail. The steel rims, the power caps, and such, and the tires, it's all perfect. It looks great. The track may be a little bit too narrow on the front, and maybe even on the rear, but that doesn't take much to fix, just a little bit longer axle. The grille detail is beautiful. The bumpers are nicely done. The hood with the louvers and such, beautifully done. All the window trim is there, door handles, and then your marker lights are there and such. And nice detail on the tail lights. And this has 69 marker lights. Okay, it is a 69. 1969 Dodge Dart Swinger 340. I was trying to sell this as a 68 at first, but I just now noticed the marker lights. I know there's a big difference in the grills too, but I honestly don't know what the big difference is in the grills from 67 to 69. I just can tell you by the marker lights. 67 has none, 68s are round, and 69s are rectangular. Because they all pretty much look the same from the side view. So, very nicely detailed car. Now, let's bring out one that we know for sure is true to scale. At least they claim to be. Auto World sells themselves as being the most accurate 1/64th cars for at least American muscle and such things like that. Now, the 70 Dart Swinger is about the same size as the 67 to 69. Going by statistics, reading about them, they say the 70 on up is a little bit longer than the 67 to 69. I don't really believe that. I think they're about the same size. The 69 may have even been a little bit longer, in my opinion, but not by much, by a couple inches. So here is a Swinger from Auto World. 70 or 71. As you can see, it has a split grille, so it's 70 or 71. Now, put him next to this thing. Look how mammoth this Dart is compared to the Auto World. It's huge. It's bigger than most B bodies. So, you take this true to scale Dart here, and then the only good as 67 to 69 that we had on the market before M2 launched theirs was the Johnny Lightning one. And this is one of the very few cars that Johnny Lightning has true to scale. As you can see, next to the 70, it's just a hair bit longer. If in reality, it'd be like maybe 2 to 3 inches longer, as you can see down there in the front. And also, like your A-body fastbacks, meaning the Demon and Duster, they're going to be pretty much the same size as the Dart. Maybe a hair either shorter or longer, but this is pretty much the exact same length. So the Johnny Lightning fastback Demon can fit in. The Duster is pretty much the same size too. The Duster may be just a hair bit shorter than the Demon, but not enough to really notice. So it can fit into a diorama very well. So you have those that match up to be pretty accurate in 1/64 for A bodies. Now for B bodies, I have an M2 71 here. I just grabbed my M2 71 because it seems to be pretty accurate. It's the same length as the green light ones. So I'll grab a green light 71 B body. So as you can see, they're both the same length. The M2 may be a tad bit narrower, but not enough to notice. They fit really well next to each other in a diorama. And then the 70 is also one that is about the same length as a 71. They have that long nose. 71, though, I think is just a little bit longer than a 70. But here, it doesn't look like it, comparing Greenlight 70 to Greenlight 71. And then if you compare the M2 71 to a Greenlight 70, pretty much the exact same thing. If anything, a hair bit bigger, which it should be. Now, the E-body. There's an Auto World E-body. Now, E-bodies are about the same size as an A-body and such. So, we'll say, here's the Johnny Lightning Demon. Yeah, it's a hair bit bigger, the E-body is. And the Auto World 70 Swinger, pretty much the same size, a little bit narrower, which is pretty accurate. Even the Hot Wheels Dart. I just brought out one, the Dragon Lady from the Vintage Racing series. This is a pretty nice casting, and it's the best variant with the cut open quarter to represent a Hurst Hemi Dart on the market. And it is pretty accurate to scale too. As you can see, there's a 70 next to it, pretty much exact. Here's the Johnny Lightning one, pretty much exact. So Hot Wheels did a pretty good job nailing exact 1/64. Compare it to the M2, it's just huge. I mean, overall, like the width, everything is just way too big, especially the length. So 69 Dart next to a 71 Charger should not be like this. It should not even be close like this. This is almost identical. It should be exactly like this. As you can see, in reality, that Charger has like at least 12 inches, a foot longer than the A body. That's accurate. This is not. Unfortunately, I am a little bit heartbroken because I thought I was going to have a really cool Dart to put in the dealership parking lot and stuff, and I was all hyped up on all the different variations that were going to come out that I could get. And unfortunately, well, these are not accurate at all. And honestly, like the only other car that M2 has that would probably be right around the same size as this would be their 68 Barracuda. And their Barracuda is pretty close, but even it's a little bit shorter and such. Their 68 Barracudas may also be a little bit bigger. I don't know, but I don't know, kind of get it to fit in better with the Darts. As you can see, it just is a little bit easier. But comparing it to their M2 Dart, looks a little bit better next to the Barracuda. I don't know, maybe it's the colors or something, but trying to compare it to Auto World and anybody else, it's just way too big. So this guy will be going back in the package. I'll glue the package closed again and hang him on the wall for the wall display. Beautiful car, but just not suitable for a diorama that is true to 1/64. So I hope that helps you guys decide if you want to buy this car or not. As I said, if you're leaving it carded, grab it. It's an awesome looking piece, very well detailed, looks very much like an A-body and such things, but as I said, in the front, it looks like the front overhang is a little bit big. As you can see, comparing to Johnny Lightning, it is a little bit bigger. And these are both 69s, so, and this is more true to scale, the JL, so the proportions, I think, are correct. And even the Hot Wheels one also doesn't have such a huge overhang, but as I said, it could be correct. I don't know. It just doesn't look 100% correct, but it is a nice casting. So don't neglect buying it if you're not a true to scale guy. You're not putting it in a diorama. And as I said, if it's going to be on a flatbed, like car transporter or something, you probably can get away with having it in your diorama, being a little oversized. Like if I had a bigger layout and I bought the Dart transporter and such, I would probably go ahead and put it in there. But as you can see, it just looks big compared to, it's more and less a 69 Roadrunner. So it is the same length as their 69 Roadrunner actually. But anyways, guys, I hope that helps you understand like how big this thing is compared to other true to scale cars. And we'll be back again on Monday for our Mopar Monday. And I think I'm going to unbox a couple of camper top trucks for Mopar Monday. They're pretty cool. So we'll take a look at those come Monday. Thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of your weekend.